Welcome to the Graffiti with Punctuation Geek Out or Freak Out. I'm Cam Williams, writer for Graffiti with Punctuation, and today I am joined with Mr. Blake Howard, writer for Graffiti with Punctuation. G'day, Blake.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, and also joining us is the lovely Maz. How you going, Maz?
What's up?
Guys, getting straight into it, probably one of the biggest news stories doing the rounds at the moment, courtesy of Latino Review. They're reporting that Harrison Ford is in negotiations to star in Star Wars Episode number 7, directed by Mr. J.J. Abrams. Guys, is this a geek out or a freak out, Blake?
I'm so freaking geeking out about this, Cam. I absolutely love that they're getting the original guys back into it, and under the Larry Kasdan kind of Simon Kinberg group, they're making the films about people again, and I just can't wait to see Harrison Ford in the Han Solo getup like that we all used to dress up with as a kid or last night, whatever. I just can't wait to see this, and I really, really hope it's true. Super geek out.
Okay, Maz, where are you at on this one?
For me, I don't really care. I think Harrison Ford had his time. He was in the series, This is like a new director, a new direction that they want to go in. Oh, look at that, direction. And I just think, get someone else. Maybe have him in there as a holographic image, like Tupac or an Obi-Wan, but, we're done. Get Harrison Ford out there. And what are they going to do on the press junket anyway? He cannot speak, full sentences or at an audible volume. Just pick someone else. Really, I don't give. Freak out.
All right, so there we go. We got one geek out and one freak out over that one. Okay, Robert Rodriguez is in the depths of directing Sin City: A Dame to Kill For at the moment, and images are starting to appear online with Rodriguez tweeting a photo of Josh Brolin as Dwight. He did a behind-the-scenes shot first of the green screen, and then he showed what it looked like once it's gone through production. I'm going to go to Maz first on this one.
Yeah, this is pretty much a geek out for me. I'm fucking so excited. You don't understand. Robert Rodriguez is my favorite. I just have hair all over my face now after that. Rodriguez is my favorite director, bar none. I met him at Comic-Con in 2011, and I cried after meeting him because I'm a sad, sad person, and those are the kind of goals I set for myself. So I'm biased when it comes to anything Rodriguez, but this is just I don't know, I'm super stoked to see this. The pictures are exciting, but honestly, it could have been a picture of a testicle and it said Sin City 2, and I would have just lost my shit anyway because this is so exciting. This cast is amazing. The fact that they're doing the sequel and they finally got that up off the ground is awesome. Frank Miller's back. That's the key thing for me is if Rodriguez and Miller could reunite again, then I have complete faith in whoever they got. And the cast so far is amazing. I was really excited even when they had the slutty model girl who plays one of the prostitutes from Old Town. I'm excited about anything they show us from this film, and I think A Dame to Kill For is going to be tits. I think we're so lucky to get 2 Rodriguez films this year. We get Machete Kills and we get A Dame to Kill For. So I'm geeking out majorly, suffice to say.
That's probably the biggest geek out we've ever had on
It's early days, guys. Early days.
You set a high standard, man. Blake, where are you on this one? Not as a hardcore Rodriguez fan.
Look, there's honestly nothing I could possibly say that Maz didn't, so let's just move on.
Okay, this is a big story doing the rounds in the Australian media at the moment. There are reports that location scouts for Disney are in Australia looking at places to shoot David Fincher's remake of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Badly being reported in the Australian media saying Brad Pitt is set to star in the film. He dropped out a long time ago, but now that there's interest in the project once again, there are rumours that Channing Tatum is rumoured to be starring in this film. Shooting in Australia, the remake, and the chance of Channing Tatum starring in this film. Are we geeking out or freaking out over this one, Blake?
Mate, I'm hugely geeking out over the opportunity for Fincher to tackle a huge epic film. He's a really amazing director. He's shown heaps of versatility in what he's done, and especially after watching House of Cards recently, I just can't wait for anything else that he's doing. But the prospect of Channing Tatum starring in another big something, I'm just over it. Freak out.
Maz, where are we at on this one?
For me, I'm probably on the fence about this one because on one hand, I'm really, really, really excited to see this production come to Australia. Location scouts have been looking at spots in Sydney and the Gold Coast, and the Gold Coast makes perfect sense because it has this incredible facility at Village Roadshow where it's like a massive water tank, and they're able to film heaps of aquatic stuff. It's where the really pedestrian mermaid series H2O just had water was filmed, and also where Chronicles of Narnia, Voyage of the Christian, Dawn Treader, I'm on a Boat, whatever it was called, was also filmed, and James Cameron's Sanctum. So apparently they already have the two massive sound stages at Warner Bros. Village Roadshow Studios already booked out from now until the end of the year. So they're planning to film there. Fox Studios apparently is also locked down. They're planning to come here, and I think that's hugely exciting. But at the same time, I'm like cautiously optimistic about Fincher doing a Disney Bruckheimer kind of blockbuster. Like, I'm interested to see his take on it, but knowing that he likes, 40 to 60 shots of each thing, I think this film's really going to take 10 years to make. So let alone how they're going to make a franchise out of it. And Blake, lay off C-tapes, please. He is just fine. I think he can carry this. He's proven he can carry it. Like, god damn, this isn't Step Up. He's given us Magic Mike this year, Even Haywire, where he was just a dude who, sorry, spoilers, just a dude who, came in and got killed. He's not even that physically attractive. He can definitely carry this. So get up all out of his grill. It's going to be fine.
Sam Mendes is apparently in negotiations to return for Bond 24. When asked by some UK media recently, he said he's 75% sure he will return. And with the amount of money that Skyfall has made, I think he can probably name his payday for this film. But the Bond franchise is known for mixing it up with directors to bring in new ideas, etc. Geeking out or freaking out over this one. I'm going to go to Blake. What do you think, mate?
I just love what Sam Mendes did with the character, and I think that especially the talent that he can bring with him is only going to make another Bond entry to the franchise better. He brought along Javier Bardem, Roger Deakins. He brings in that kind of power, having that Oscar-winning pedigree. So I am super excited at him actually doing it. And, Terrence Davies, the first kind of Bond director, was in the first few Bond films, and he kind of stylistically moved with the brand. So I'm hoping that he can kind of also maybe change up a bit of his style as well, if that's where it's going to go. But I think if he just, did another one as good as Skyfall, the franchise would be very happy.
All right, 00 Maz, you geeking out or freaking out over this one?
That's right. 007 as I like that. Look, this should probably be a freak out for me because I wasn't the hugest fan of Skyfall / James Bond Rises. I thought it was fine and everything. I just didn't think it was, as amazing as everyone was making out to be. And the main reason I liked it was Javier Bardem just being creepy as shit. That was definitely the greatest thing about it. So with this, let's just get over this Bond film. So as soon as we get this film done, that's Daniel Craig's contract up. And then we can have Stringer Bell / Idris Elba as James Bond, which I think is much more exciting. So yeah, look, only reason I would be even anywhere moderately excited about this is so Sam Mendes and Daniel Craig can do this film and get it over with. And then we can have a black Bond, because I think that would be tits.
Black Bond, yeah. That rumour is still very strong, and I think the Bond franchise, for me, also needs that something different, because I was bored to death by Skyfall. So I especially love the sequence with the Joker getting caught, and it was all part of the plan. Sorry, wrong movie. Sorry, moving on. Okay. Michael Mann, he's been away for a while. He did the HBO television series Luck, which got cancelled due to the death of several horses. So he's getting back behind the film camera, and he signed on Chris Hemsworth to star in a super top secret cyber thriller. Michael Mann teaming up with Chris Hemsworth. This could be quite a good matchup. Maz, what do you think of this one?
This was probably a freak out for me. I don't have as much of a nerd boner for Michael Mann as Blake clearly does. I think Blake would be quite happy to pet his hair while he sleeps. That's the level of nerd boner that he has for him. So look, the cyber film, I don't know what more needs to be said besides everything that was said and all the really terrible 90s hacker computer cyber movies and that really great episode of the X-Files when the system became self-aware. We're not afraid of computers anymore, are we? This isn't Skynet shit. I don't really know what this film has to offer, to be honest. I'll see it because, it sounds interesting and hell, I see everything. But Yeah, I'm not overly enthusiastic about this.
Alright, Blake, what do you think about this one? Geeking out or freaking out? What do you got there?
This is my autographed picture of Michael Mann on the set of Public Enemies, and I am geeking out. I absolutely love Michael Mann. I love Chris Hemsworth. I like all his career choices since he's gone to Hollywood, and I'm super, super freaking excited. I can't wait. Anything that he does, I'm really, really happy with. Maz is off camera doing this motion, people. Doing this motion like I'm having a masturbatory attack. And you know what? I am. I'm geeking out over this. I'm excited. I'm the one who looks forward to Michael Mann films. My favourite film of all time is Heat. I'm very excited. I think Michael Mann brings something interesting and artistic and, something somewhat philosophical to any topic that he covers. And if he's going to get back into kind of insider territory with this, oh man, you can only just, count the Oscars, count the accolades. Let's do it.
And we're actually lucky today on the Graffiti Punctuation Geek Out Freak Out because Michael Mann's actually agreed to direct this next segment, and as you can see right now, direction. Thanks, Michael. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, moving right along to our final news segment of the week, which is really, really interesting. This one. He's in the process of casting X-Men Days of Future Past. Bryan Singer, the director, is coming back to the X-Men franchise, which involves him just going through his little black book and calling everyone that's been part of that franchise up to date and saying, are you free? But he's finally grabbed someone that hasn't been part of the franchise yet. Peter Dinklage has signed on to star as the film's villain, but it hasn't been... information hasn't been made public as to what that role will be, but lots of speculation is out there. He's a very, very talented actor. Geeking out or freaking out? Maz, what do you think about the Dink?
I am so freaking excited about this. It's going to be amazing. X-Men is my favourite ongoing comic series. I mean, like, Batman would be my favourite character and Gambit would be a close second, but X-Men was like the first comics I ever read as a kid. It's what got me into this whole thing. And Days of Future Past is such a great story arc in the comic books. And I think it's going to be amazing on screen. And the fact that they're throwing Peter Dinklage in there now as the villain, I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, it's Peter Dinklage. He could be in Mean Girls 3 and be amazing. And so I think whatever role they've got for him as a villain, which they seem to be keeping under wraps at the moment, I think he's going to be great. No worries at all. And I'm just so excited with the fact they got everyone back. I mean, they have all of the people from the original trio of X-Men films. Like, let's just pretend it's a duo and that the third one didn't happen. But they've got all the cast from First Class as well. I think bringing everyone together is really, really awesome and, like, reason for a massive geek out. But it also shows that Fox have been following what Marvel have been doing and now what DC are trying to do by having the massive ensemble cast with all of these special superheroes that everybody knows and a few like left of center characters that people aren't so familiar with but are really popular with the fanboys and girls. So I think this is cause for a massive geek out. I'm hugely freaking excited. I think it's going to be amazing and I can't wait to see what role they have him in. I know they're kind of keeping it a bit like hush hush at the moment, but I want to see what they're going to do with the Dink. More Dink. Whip your Dink out. Sorry, I just like saying.
Mate, I'm hugely geeking out because Peter Dinklage is so charismatic, and if he's going to be the villain, I think that it's so underestimated. And you look at all the great film heroes, the best film heroes always have the best villains. And you look at The Dark Knight, Heath Ledger is the greatest villain of all time, and that's why that kind of works. So someone as charismatic and someone as just engaging, and he's shown on Game of Thrones his aptitude to kind of play lyrically with language as well, and I just like the idea that if he's going to get a chance to kind of chew some scenery as a villain, he's going to be able to do it so well, and he's just, for a diminutive guy, like, he's got gravitas, like, he steals Game of Thrones, the entire series, so I can't wait, man. It sounds really awesome, and yeah, just that whole, mixing that cast up and seeing what that does to the series, I think is it's a really smart move from Fox, who are now competing directly with the huge franchise that Marvel have built with the rest of their whole catalogue of characters. So this could break open the entire X-Men franchise, which is really, really cool.
And that wraps up another Graffiti with Punctuation Geek Out or Freak Out. Thank you so much for joining me, GWP writers Blake Howard and Maria Lewis. I think this week we chalked up more Geek Outs than Freak Outs, so it's been a pretty damn good week in film-related news. I'm Cam Williams. Thanks, Heath, for joining us. We'll catch you next time.